What's up guys, Zac Perna here and welcome to the second video of bulking on a budget. So today I'm going to show you guys how to make all of these meals and it won't cost you an arm and a leg and they taste delicious. Let's do it.
Okay guys, so as you saw, this is going to be like a kind of like a sequel to the last bulking on a budget video. We did, am I in frame, Hafey?
Yeah.
We good? Sweet. Hafey's like contorted himself in the corner and I'm like this. We did a bulking on a budget for like $50 Australian a week, and that did really well. So I thought let's change it up a bit. I want to try add a little bit more, say deliciousness to the recipes. Like I want to make them really, really nice. So if it's a little bit more expensive, that's why. Because as you saw, the salmon and all that kind of stuff. So we've got a big day of cooking ahead. We're gonna go to the shops now and get absolutely everything. Bit of a disclaimer. Look, if we wanted to do this really cheap, I'd either go to Aldi or get everything separately. But last time I was in Aldi filming, they hated it and kicked me out. And yeah, they're like, what are you doing? You can't film me. I went, catch ya. So we're gonna go to Coles because Hafey used to work there. So we get, he uses Hafey 10 and we get discounts off all the items at Coles. But no, it's just very easy. So we're gonna head there now, grab everything we need and then get home and cook for about 2 hours. So you ready, Hafey?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Oh.
Rolling?
Yep.
Just waiting for you and me. Get me to my goal. We can live on the water.
Oh, there it is.
There's something right about tonight. I come alive inside your eyes. Come follow me to a secret place where only the moon can see. Beyond the shores, there is something more. Just waiting for you and me. I see that you're yearning for something more. I feel the waves around me shaking me to my goal. I can give to you everything you need. We can live on the water.
So guys, back to the place now and we've got everything we need here and a few things to go over. So I'll tell you about the meals we're gonna make as well as a little extra, like a couple extras. So annoying thing is like, for example, I needed 5 bagels and they come in 4s. And so you have to buy 8, which is annoying. So I spent a lot more than I wanted to because like obviously we have different amounts. Like we're not gonna get through all of this obviously, but it's the stuff that you'll just keep in your house. So you gotta stock up sometimes. So what we're gonna do is, first meal is a protein bircher. So this is what my brother's been having basically every day and it's his favorite meal of the day. It tastes so good. So we'll be having that. I want to show you guys how to make that. Change it up a bit, bagel. Salmon bagel is like a snack throughout the day. I love salmon and cream cheese bagels. So does Hafey. They're just the best. So I wanted to put that in there even though it's a bit more pricey, but if you guys don't like salmon, you can literally go and fuck yourself. No, you can take, just swap it out with something else, like a nut butter, whatever you want on a bagel, but easy carbs. Then we've got lunch is like a Japanese chicken and rice bowl with a bit of egg, a couple of veggies here, really, really nice. And like, I'm gonna show you guys how to make an easy teriyaki sauce, but if you, I didn't put that in the ingredients list. You guys can just make that up if you don't want to spend the money. And the last one we're gonna do is a bolognese. So spaghetti, easy done, family recipe. Hence the old as hell bottle of sauce under the house, which I've made with Nonna before, and so you guys have seen that recipe before. And the last meal is just a whole thing of milk. And you're just gonna scuttle that before bed every single night. No, it's a smoothie. So peanut butter, banana smoothie. And I think that'll be very calorie dense, be a good bulk, and it won't cost you too much. So we're gonna go over this side and get into it.
First thing we're gonna do is the bolognese, because this usually takes a long time. It takes like a good hour, 2 hours, but we'll see how we go today. So we have pork mince, sorry Hafey. So it's 500 grams, and this is beef as well. Actually, this is pork and beef. We're gonna cook this down before we add any of the sauces. Salt and pepper, just a bit of salt. In the meantime, we'll get the chicken ready. Because we're doing like teriyaki, like Japanese style, I just love Japanese style stuff. I'll show you the teriyaki sauce that I make. So, this is what I've just scraped out of the pantry. Soy, mirin, soy, mirin, sesame, oh, and something sweet, so we'll get stevia. Bit of stevia. So this is like my go-to teriyaki style sauce. Basically just 1-to-1 with soy to mirin. I'm gonna put this on the chicken as well as in the rice at the end when we do it all together. Now that is like really strong because that sauce is just black. What's up, Avy? He's back, he's good. Just a bit of stevia. The sweetness with the soy, it's like balances out, it's really good. And then sesame because it tastes nice. So we're gonna need water with this too, just because that is the strongest mix ever. Little easy teriyaki sauce done. So we'll put that on the chicken. So today we've got chicken thighs. Now, if you guys are obviously watching this video, bulking, wanting to build muscle, chicken thighs, in my opinion, so much better than breast just because it tastes nice, it's easy to get down, it's juicier, and it's more calories, obviously, because of the fats. Why can't I finger the chicken? It's so hard. Wow, how difficult was that? Okay, so this is gonna bake in the oven for about 20 minutes. And this is just the easiest thing, so we'll just let this cook. Dripping this. Just give it a massage. Treat your chickens well. Because that way they'll be coming back for more business. It's just a fact. And that's gonna go in about 200 degrees, like I said, 15-20 minutes. Hey Siri, set a timer for 15 minutes. Hey Siri, set a timer for 15 minutes. Hey Siri, you f***ing p***, set a timer for 15 minutes. I'm sorry guys, I give up. No, I don't give up. Hey Siri, set a timer for 20 minutes. Why does it just cancel? I'm gonna have to do it manually. I love setting people's timers off. Siri, no thanks to Siri at all. Absolute piece of So now, because I'm lazy, we've just got the chopped onions, and they're actually quite cheap as well. So some people don't put onion in their sauce, but I don't mind it. So we're just gonna put a little bit in. And also, I always have this in the fridge, garlic paste. Just, it goes well with everything, it's so easy. Then we've got some basil. Now I was fuming because at the shop they didn't have any fresh basil, but it's better than no basil. You know what they say. The secret ingredient, the sauce. So if you guys don't have Italian heritage that makes sauce, then I suggest you either get one, find someone who does, or just buy like a passata in the shop. So I didn't think it was saucy enough for my liking, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. Probably like 1.5 bottles, I'd say. Nearly 2 bottles. Did I over sauce it? Maybe I did. But usually this cooks for a long time, so it like disintegrates. One more thing with this, the acidity of the tomatoes, you're gonna need to add something sweet. So we're gonna go stevia here. And in the meantime, let's get this breakfast going. So what we've got are bowls. Really good to eat out of. We're gonna start running out of tips. I'm like, they're great to eat out of. Better than using your hands. That's all I got for you guys. Catch you later. So, muesli. Now this can be, the best thing about this is that it can be made overnight and should be made overnight as well. And you're gonna want about 100 grams at least, I'd say per little thing here. Here, what's the best way I have an exceptional eye for measurement. Sweet. Okay, so that's basically even. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. Last time I put protein powder on my video on a budget, I basically got crucified. But you know what guys, it's nicer and it is better because it's high protein. So if you want, add more Greek yogurt if you don't want to have protein, but find yourself a good protein such as Isopept. Hey, what discount can they use to get 10% off? Where? That one? Zac 10, easy. And that way you can get a discount. But this, with the vanilla, trust me, it's worth it. It tastes so good. So I don't want to see your comments saying, was that included in the budget? Because I can. You basically just want to cover them in OJ. So now we're thinking vanilla protein and orange juice. Have you been smoking crack, mate? And the answer is, yes, no, no. But it tastes phenomenal. It's so sweet. And if this is like your post-workout meal, like this is, I don't know what it's called, I'm calling it breakfast, but you can use this as a post-workout meal because of the sugars, the protein. It's quite low in fat as well. Really, really good. So this is what Joel does. He has this post-workout and it's like the sweetest, best meal. And I would prep this for maybe 3 days. So I wouldn't do more than 3 days. This is like goes for all the food today. If you want to freeze some of the hot meals, you can for convenience. But otherwise, I would just cook like basically every 3 days, just meal prep. It's easier that way. Okay, that's about good. We'll give this a stir. Hey, if you want to use your big dick and stir it all up. And we're just gonna put this, you'll put this in the fridge and it all soaks up and like goes together. So now it's real runny, obviously. But when it soaks up, it's just amazing. Oh, I haven't put yogurt on yet. That goes on top, just a nice finishing touch. How much is this? It's a kilo. About 100 grams each one. And this looks like real weird by itself now, but when it all soaks up, it's like, I'm telling you, it's so good. So, time to make some sexy bagels. Okay, so I am chopping some onion here. If you want to do this, like I should have really got like lettuce and the works, but I don't mind it just like as is. Just a bit of onion, salmon, cream cheese. That's about it. You can put tomatoes in if you want. Am I gonna have to cut these? Oh, they basically cut them, but they may as well not have cut them. Just a little bit of crunch to the bagel. Salmon, onion, little bit of this. What do you reckon Gordon Ramsay would say if he saw these bagels? That is not a fucking bagel. You're gonna pick it up and like squeeze it? Yeah, he'd probably slam me with these bagels. Now the salmon. Bear loves salmon as well, guys. Absolutely loves it. So this isn't like loaded with protein, but it's enough. There should be like 25 grams, I'd say, per meal here. It's just a little snack. Because it's about 50 grams of salmon per bagel. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yep. And some for the dog. So the rice is done. Now, if you guys don't have a rice cooker, get one. It is seriously the best thing you'll ever get. Because, Scafey doesn't have one. My mate Mitch doesn't have a rice cooker. He eats like a kilo of rice every single day. He just buys little packs. So rice cooker's there. That's more than enough rice. But for ease of just this video, we're gonna leave it. So what we're gonna do, eggs, so 6 eggs, we'll have 1 per meal. This is part for taste and then part for like protein as well. So have you ever seen such quick egg cracking, Hafey? Refer back to teriyaki sauce made earlier. Bit of that goes in. It's pretty soft. Like the egg's still half cooking / not cooked yet. You see? Yeah, so what you can do is simply put it back on the cooker and then it'll all cook through. So chuck it back on and just set it to steam again. So maybe in 5 minutes, that'll be like perfect. And our chicken is ready as well, so we can get that out. I had defrosted some peas, corn, carrots, little mix here, just frozen veg, and it just tastes so good in rice. I think it's just the texture thing. So I'm just gonna mix that through before we serve it up. And with your veg as well, guys, to get like enough fiber in, add whatever you like. So I didn't really think veg through because these meals can be used like either all in one day or you can like interchange them what you will. So like this is very like carb heavy and not much veg. So you could add something like spinach to this, easy. You could have like salad with your pasta if you want, but I wouldn't really have vegetables with pasta. Just seems strange to me. But let's serve this up. Yes, so this will be the main bit done. And then we'll just top it with my favorite sauces. Can you guess what it is, Hafey? Which sauce?
Cube.
Yep,
P.
definitely the cubes. So guys, the 2 favorite sauces. We have Kewpie, and we also have the eel sauce. Actually made of eels. Hang on, is it? Yes, eel extract. It's got real bits of eel in it, how weird. Sick. And as much mayo as your heart desires. This is a big, what they call the technical term is it's a off-sized Kewpie, I think is what it said on in the shop. Only problem with this, hard to squeeze, because you'll end up using like, putting a liter on one meal. But it's just you do what you can. I believe JLo said that. And these, just the crunch and it's so good. But like, if you guys are complaining that you don't have to buy these, then don't worry about it. So smoothie time. Now, what you guys are gonna need is a blender from the future because I wanna try blend all of this at once just for the convenience of this video. We'll see if we can do it. 5 bananas. This is already looking quite full. But you guys can add whatever you like to this. I mean, if you want to add protein, you can go for it. If you want to add ice cream, if you really can't put on any weight, then go for it. If you want to add gophers, then go for it. Okay, so that's 5 bananas. We're gonna go about, let's say 5 tablespoons of this. This is basically the whole jar. Okay. Just for this video, I'm gonna put some protein in it because I want to taste what it's like with some protein. Like I said, just for taste, guys. Not because I want you to buy a lot of protein. I just want to have one of these. Lid goes on. Let's try blend this mammoth. Oh, I did it. That looks sick. Okay, sweet. So, water is boiled, so I'm gonna go put the spaghetti in. And this takes about 9 minutes. Damn. All right, get in there. All right. Now, serve it up. So meal one, we have the bircher. So made with orange juice, muesli, protein. It is high protein, high carb, and very low fat, which is okay. So you can have this either for breakfast or post-workout, but really sweet, really, really good. Keep it in the fridge. Next, we have the snack. So salmon bagel. Now this is just for a variety. If you guys don't like salmon, you can have egg whites, you can have eggs, you can have anything else, but it's kind of just to keep it, just to change it up. And the bread is a nice little addition too. So next is lunch, which is Japanese style chicken and egg rice. I like to top it with my favorite sauces, but that's up to you guys if you want to eat it a bit more bland. But this is high protein, high carb, and also high fat from the chicken, but that's what we want is calories. Then dinner, we have a spaghetti bolognese. So this is just basically spaghetti without the meatballs, and it's made with pork and beef mince. So it is high fat, but it is super high carb and protein as well. So it's kind of like ticks all the boxes. If you want, you can coat it with cheese. I would suggest Parmesan, but I don't have any, so I didn't plan for that one. And lastly, we have dessert, which is a simple banana peanut butter smoothie with or without protein, that's up to you. I think the protein is not as necessary. We have high protein in the diet, but it tastes fantastic. So guys, there you have it. I'm actually so proud of this. I was just looking back. These are all so nice. I mean, there's a difference between making cheap food and then making cheap food that tastes good. And 100%, all of these meals are just fantastic. You guys will love them. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please leave a comment, like it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because that would mean a lot. And let me know how you guys go with trying these ones out. And anyway, yeah, that's all from us. Hey, if you have anything else to add?
Nope.
All good? So if there's nothing else, then you guys definitely know what to do. Stay massive.
Got a fresh cut in the denims, all these sexy jeans in my section, and slide into your DMs in the PM and the AM. Then I slide into your feelings when you see just what I'm saying.